Approaching the month of May, which is also Mental Health Awareness Month. As the topic of mental health has certainly become more prevalent these days, the debate continues over mental health and crime and how the two may be related. We found there is a link, but as you'll see in this Hear Me, See Me report, it may not be quite what you think.
I got into substance abuse and addiction at an early age, and I kind of carried it through high school and through college.
Substance abuse took Topeka John Cantrell down a path involving crime that eventually landed him in prison. While he's almost 5 years sober and a successful boxer today, he knows now it was undiagnosed and untreated depression and attention deficit disorder that fueled an addiction, leading to poor choices.
My mental health issues never pushed me to rob a bank. They never pushed me to be violent, out of control, violent toward people. But they did push me to self-medicate. And then when I was all spun out on drugs, all those ideas seemed like good ideas at the time.
John's experience isn't uncommon. Shawnee County Sheriff Brian Hill says deputies often respond to crimes committed by someone using a substance to cope with mental health issues.
With the narcotics that's out there, sometimes it's hard to differentiate. Are we having a drug-induced psychosis, or are we having a mental issue breakdown? So drugs and alcohol is a huge issue.
That's where public perception surrounding crimes linked to mental health issues may be conflated. An American Psychological Association study found of crimes committed by people with serious mental disorders, only 7.5% could be directly linked to the symptoms of their mental illness. Statistics from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, or SAMHSA, show violent acts attributed to mental health symptoms alone, not drugs and alcohol, range between 3 and 5%. Shawnee County District Attorney Mike Kage says meth is perhaps the biggest factor driving local crime committed by those with mental health issues.
Certainly not everyone with a mental illness is violent, and by the same token, not everyone who uses street drugs is violent. My personal experience in prosecuting people who use methamphetamine, they have a tendency to be more aggressive, to be more violent. We see a lot of crime driven by specifically that drug-taking behavior.
Kage and the sheriff both believe more community treatment options for mental health and substance abuse could help curb crime.
You know, as a community, we need to have serious conversation how we can assist. Do we have facilities to help get these people off the street before these actions occur?
What we need to do is create a stronger infrastructure on the local level, the state level, and the federal level.
John Cantrell also says criminalizing addiction related to mental health isn't a solution.
I don't know how you treat mental health issues with penal solutions. My problems were mental health, right? I found out that the answer to my problems were 20 milligrams of Prozac, which I take religiously now.
I have posted a link for you for the American Psychological Association study I referenced there related to crime and mental health. It's in this story right now at WIBW.com. Coming up tomorrow on our News at 10, another Hear Me, See Me report. We'll have a closer look at a unique new approach happening in Douglas County that aims to help those with mental health issues who are facing criminal charges. Kansas County is launching a new effort tonight to more quickly evaluate the mental competency of people charged with a crime. It's believed to be the first program of its kind here in the state. It aims to circumvent a statewide issue that delays the prosecution of hundreds of criminal cases every year. We take you inside this new Douglas County program.
Over the last probably 10 years, I would guess, we have seen more people, and we have seen people who are even more severely mentally ill in this little corner of the world than I had ever seen before.
Douglas County Sheriff Jay Armbrister is leading a push to speed up the adjudication of court cases involving defendants deemed not mentally competent. He says a backlog in available beds at Larned State Hospital means those who need competency restoration treatment may sit in the Douglas County Jail for a year or more, just waiting with their court case paused.
Not only are they just sitting in jail waiting to go, they are decompensating as we speak.
So the sheriff, the district court, and community mental health provider Bert Nash are taking action. A recent change in state law allows counties to conduct competency evaluations and restoration.
All we're trying to do is basically take the work that's being done at the Larned State Hospital and move it into our local facility. Thus, and by doing that, we're cutting out that wait time, hopefully.
Sheriff Armbruster says getting defendants through the system more quickly will alleviate pressure on jail staff. He thinks the program may also provide a model for other Kansas counties.
Maybe we can create a program that can move into Shawnee, Johnson, Reno, Sedgwick, the bigger counties who have more resources, and that they can begin doing that work too, thus lessening, again, the need for Larned to have this constant wait list.
Sheriff Armbruster told us the cost for the idea in this program would be in labor, which they're already paying now, but any medications used as part of a competency restoration plan would be paid for by the state. The program also has set timetables for the Bert Nash Community Mental Health Center staff there in Lawrence to report back to the judge and the court on the progress of that treatment.